Hi Scorpio, so this is going to be your new love and singles tarot reading. So we're going to take a look at your new love. So anybody who's curious about what their single alternate self might be doing, you might be committed as well and you're wondering. So this is for you as well and for the singles out there. So there you go. Take what resonates, leave what does not, and reverse energies as you see fit. Doesn't resonate, kindly check your other placements or I'll catch you in the next one. Easy peasy, yes? Also, kindly like, share, and subscribe my videos. Show some engagement, honey. Your girl needs it. God knows I need your support to sustain this channel and to understand that this makes sense to you. Okay? Just so you know. Let's see what's going on with our singles. New love. Wondering about new love too. Should I leave my old situation, Arya? Is there something out there? Will I get something out there if I leave this? That's for you too. Okay? In the past, what lessons you learned? Okay, Libra showed me something similar. So something changed, right? There was a change that was upon you and you have learned the lesson that in order to have new love you have to change, or things need to change in order to acquire or make space for real love. Current shared is the temperance. Yeah, you're healing a period of nothing's going on. I'm just trying to show myself balance, show myself patience, show myself grace. I need to, it's a high time. Things changed probably in the past, something happened, right? Situations changed, or we had to relocate, because change can also be like relocation or anything like that. It could also be that you learned that not everything is meant to stay. Libra had something similar. They showed me Wheel of Fortune in the past lessons as well, and it was very profound. Like, they realized that not everything or not everybody is meant to stay the same, and not every feeling is supposed to stay the same all your life. They had a change of heart towards somebody in particular. So that's what taught you, I feel. And in the current shared, well, you are trying to show yourself patience, you're trying to show yourself healing, working on your emotions, feeling your emotions. The temperance looks pretty peaceful here, but in order to achieve that peace, what you have to really go through is that you have to actively go in there, feel your feelings, your difficult ones, your harmful, violent emotions. You have to work through all of them, feel them, let it all out on paper. I don't know how else. Gym, having some activity and burning those calories out, those difficult emotional calories out in some way, shape, or form. That helps you heal, that helps you become really balanced, and one day arrive and you are like, I'm done, I feel good now. And I can say that with conviction, that I feel good, and it shows. It's not pretentious, it's not like, oh, I don't give an F. No, you really don't give an F. And you mean it, you live it. Your independent energy is the Page of Swords. Yeah, you're not looking, you're not trying to have any sort of new whatever. It's like, I'm healing, man. I'm doing some real ish here. I'm dealing with some real stuff here. So forgive me if I'm not too much interested. I'm not necessarily trying to look off my windows about who's there, who's not there, what's going on in the world. I'm not. And that's very Scorpionic energy, isn't it? Like, we all, whenever we are hurt, whenever we are going through those periods of celibacy, or just washing between the cups, washing our cups in between relationships, that's the process we go through, and we don't like to talk about it to other people. It's a very internal and personal process for us Scorpios. The person who's surrounding you, the Queen of Wands, somebody who's very light, fiery, passionate, ambitious, really attracted to you. They might be attractive in general as well. Like, they're an upbeat sort of energy, they're high on energy, they're very ambitious, they're life of the party sort of person. Okay, I hear you. Your strength is the Six of Pentacles right now. So yeah, you're associating yourself with your everyday world. You're not trying to have options. You're not trying to look anything beyond your immediate circle. Like, this is what I can work with. This is what I can control. And this makes me feel safe. So this is what I'm just trying to get myself involved with. No other cups, no other things, nothing new here, because I'm not trying to have new. I'm just consulting myself with my everyday contracts, be it work, be it a person, be it friends, be it parents you talk to every day. That's what I'm just involving myself with, and I'm trying to show myself balance through that as well. The obstacles is the Ten of Swords. Yeah, you're not over the ending. You're not over an ending, okay? You're not over an ending. It's very specific today that I'm looking at the Scorpio. It's very specific to you. You're not over an ending. It still hurts. That's an obstacle. That's why you're not moving beyond your own immediate circle or beyond your own heart space. It's like, I can't do it. It's too much pain in there right now, and I'm trying to heal it. I'm not over it too. The mutual attraction is the Six of Cups. Okay, so they might have known you a long time, or that they feel you as, you might be their connection, or that you are the one for them. They sense a sort of softness towards you, a very sort of caretaking energy towards you, a very protective sort of energy towards you as well. Excuse any background noise if you heard any, but they see that protective element towards you. They feel that towards you and they want to love you. They just are telling me that they want to love you. Will you allow them to love you? Well, just because you want to love me doesn't mean you should, though. You know, and it doesn't mean that you are not expecting me to love you back, right? It's like, it's so easy for other people, like, why won't you just accept my love? Didn't you want this from the last person as well? Well, I'm not over the last person and the pain of it. So I let me just heal myself before I can really try to look outside of myself and try to give my love to anybody, because I'm not in that space to give my love. It's all violent sort of swords in there. Do you want to have a taste of my swords? Well, then come on, hop in. But I don't think you expect love in return, right? So please, just even if you feel such and such connection, please back off. But they feel that mutual connection, emotional. It's emotional based. The outcome is the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, you're not having it. You're like, nah, I'm conserving my energy. Energetic conservation, 3D conservation as well. You're not trying to. You're trying to heal from a star, honey. That was really disappointing. Look at, oh my God, that's your truth. That's your truth. Physical abandonment, emotional abandonment, physical pain, emotional pain, with a star, something that you really desired, but it massively disappointed you. And you're trying to actively heal through that desire that never became true to itself. I saw the Queen of Pentacles as well. It wanted to flip out for some of you. So you're somebody who's learning the value of self-respect and really actively trying to rebuild yourself, rebuild your 3D community as well. You know, your workspace, trying to focus on your stability, and that's it. This is not what you're trying to achieve here with anybody. You are just trying to be like, leave me alone. Thank you. Like, respectfully, leave me alone. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the space. I don't have the energy and I don't want to. I don't want to either. So will you please just take your soulmate type energy and sit in the corner and let me live? All right. Okay. I hear you. You're not wrong. I mean, they also, if they might be, I don't see it right now, but if they are imprinting on you so much, if they're trying to insist, well, then they got to go. Okay. Just putting it out there. Yeah. Okay. So you were made to feel like an option in love in the past. Yeah. The Queen of Pentacles. I did see it, right? Didn't I see it? You put yourself in that position. You're actively trying to learn your sense of self-worth and self-respect. You're trying to learn to respect yourself because you did not in the past. You allowed yourself to be an option for somebody here. And you competed over them, their attention and their efforts. You did try to do that, didn't you, Scorpio? I mean, you like a good fight. You like to really express your abilities and capabilities to people, especially when in love. So you were in love. Your intuition told you that this is a, I don't know if you had the answers, if you had solid sort of reason, but your intuition told you that you are an option for this person, or at least they were treating you like an option. They did not take you seriously and they allowed you to fight for them. Okay, so they might have other things going on for them as well. A lot of different cups they were dipping their toes in, and you were one of them. And you thought that fighting for this person was worth it. Fighting for this person was absolutely worth it because they deserved all my love. And if I fight for them strongly, they will let go of all of that options and they'll choose me, right? It comes from that pattern of thinking that love is some sort of fight. You have to earn it through fighting for it. Excuse me. You have to earn it through fighting for it. Okay. And that's why you went against. There was a lesson here attached to it. It was pretty slow. So you did it for a very long time. The Wheel of Fortune can also represent time, slow moving time, right? So it was the lesson was pretty slow to arrive at your door, like, oh shit, what about my self-respect? Why are they treating me? Should I accept this treatment? Do I deserve this treatment? What is good for me? What's not good for me? That started to kick in at some point, didn't it? Let's see the Temperance. But things changed probably. You stopped fighting for it, didn't you? You stopped fighting for it. You also fought your intuition over this as well. Like, I don't want to hear my intuition. Whatever it's telling me, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to listen to it. And that's what created a lot of fight within you as well. A lot of distrust within you as well, because you went against yourself. You went against your better judgment and your inner guidance that you have within you. And you are in touch with it, but you went against your own sense of GPS. And that's why you're angry with yourself as well. The Five of Wands is also anger within yourself, the distrust within yourself. The Temperance, yeah, you're trying to heal your heart, honey. You're open to work, but nothing else but work. You're like, I'm healing myself. I am just open to making my heart space again as it was before, as it used to be, before I met this ish head, before I met this dick hole, right? It's kind of like that. I want to go back to myself. I want to feel like myself. I want to get my heart into working order. And I'm actively trying to work through it. I'm actively trying to stay open, even when it feels like I am going to blast in anger, I am still with myself. I'm biting my teeth and I'm still sitting with myself. Look at me, show myself patience, because I need to do this because I want to get my heart into same working order as it was. The kings are fixed signs. So that's your power card, honey, the King of Cups. You're a very big lover. You only have one cup. So you are a very strong emotional investor. You put all your eggs in one basket, your all emotions in one cup. So that's why you got to be more aware about who you open up to, who you choose to love with, who you choose to bond with, who you choose to balance up with, because you will develop feelings for them eventually with consistency, okay? Just so you know, just putting it out there. I know the water sign process. I'm a Scorpio sun, like you, okay? Just putting it out there. You're actively working on your 3D reality as well. Meanwhile, you're healing yourself, but you're also working, and work also helps you heal your heart. Try to understand who you are as a person as well, and you put your heart in your work and it speaks for you. Like, you are perfect at your job, you're really good at your job, you're perfecting it as we speak, and it's a back of the hand energy for you as well, your work. Let's see the Page of Swords. You're not trying to look at anybody beyond your immediate circle and your workspace. That's it. Very focused you are, very focused you are. I was just thinking about that word focused and what it means and how it presents itself in the 3D reality and behaviors in people who we call as focused. What do they look like? And it's just flashed into my head for you as well. So there you go. Yeah, healing. Look at this. That's why I use different decks, man. Seriously, look at this. Temperance. You have such consistent energy, focused energy. I mean, can you look at yourself? Take a look at yourself. Seriously, bro, I need you to be proud of yourself. I need you to be proud of the work that you're doing for yourself. That's why you're not open to anybody. You are trying to actively navigate your own sense of healing and your own getting your heart space in that working order and trying to feel good about yourself. And you're reaching there. Your boldest heart space within you. You might have some Cancer in your chart as well, not the point. But what I'm trying to tell you is, and Sag as well. Sag is here as well. So that's why. That's one thing as well. Not the point. You're telling me you are healing yourself. And when you connect to those people who are emotional stakeholders in your life, which is the 10 of Cups, the larger emotional circle that you have, which might consist of one person, two, five, 10, thousands, I don't care. It's your emotional solace, all right? Emotional home, so to speak. Somebody that you can take emotional comfort in and you can take emotional reliability in, that they are there for you, that they love you, that they show up for you, irrespective of whatever happens, okay? And it gives you a lot of confidence, like you have achieved a lot for yourself. It gives you a reflection point of, I might have made a few questionable decisions, but I'm not all that bad. I'm not all that way off my radar of self-respect and self-dignity, because look at what I've cultivated around me. There are people who are there for me. There are people who love me and who have been loving me for I don't know what years. So I'm not that broken. I just need to stop fighting for those people who treat me like an option, like they could give or take me, or that are flaky with me, while I try to fight for them and chase them with a stick to please love me back. Choose me, choose me. No. They choose you of their own free will, the circle that you've created for yourself. And your heart is boldly coming out of you. The chariot is in repair. The chariot that you have, that's your boldest of heart space. That's your boldest of emotional movement in you. That emotional heart space within you, that's coming out as we speak. As you connect with the people you love, they help you heal yourself as well. They help you give insights, have insights, like about who the F you are, what you can do, right? That's the people you need in your life, who see you for who you are and who are there for you. They were barely there, if at all. They were barely there. Let's see the Queen of Wands for the person who's surrounding you. This could be somebody who's an emotional support system as well. Like, there might not be anybody, but I'm guessing it is, though. It is an emotional, romantic person, I feel. The Queen of Cups, Death, the Page of Cups. No, it's not. I feel it's not, though. Oh, okay. So let me do this. I mean, I always try to do singles, but the SHIT comes up when the SHIT comes up. Okay. Like, what the hell, bro? If it is the past person, then like, seriously, I'll burst out laughing, like, after all this time. Okay. It's the Six of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and Two of Pentacles, Page of, is it the same person as the old person that the Scorpio was fighting for? Is it the same person as the old person that the Scorpio was fighting for? Yes, they want to renew things. Fuck them. Fuck you. Yeah, you're okay. So it's the same person that's coming back. I don't know how long ago you realized that you were fighting for somebody's peanuts and they were treating you as an option, and they were just treating you like they could give or take you, that you could be easily replaceable in their world, and you did not have a chance at their life, no space in their life. They never made space for you, and you've been healing. I don't know for how long, honey. You've been healing such a long time, because Temperance represents time, and the Wheel of Fortune also time. So it might be years that you've taken to move on from this, and you have really rebuilt yourself. Now you're doing good, you are being loving, and you have a very jam-packed sort of community attached to you that loves you for who you are. And it's like this person is like, huh, now looks like a good time to express to this Scorpio, because I still am attracted to them. They look like they got their heart in working order now, that they're over the ending. They are over the ending, and I feel like now I can move past the ending and open up a little bit of heart space, though, because for the sake of memories, for the sake of nostalgia, I love them. They personally please me. They might be a Leo too and a Scorpio. You might be dealing with a Scorpio as well, and we got Leo as well, not the point. But they're telling me with a strong sense of strength and pride attached to them that you personally pleased them, Scorpio, and now they recognize it as a strong connection, like soulmate. You are my soulmate, and I'm willing to give you the recognition that you so wanted in the past. I'm willing to give you the recognition that you were not an option, but you were not a 7, you were a 6, right? You were my connection, you were my soul bond. Oh, isn't that fascinating? Isn't that lovely? Oh, wow. I love it. Seriously, where were you all my life? I've been dying to get married to you. Excuse the sarcasm. Seriously. Oh, they finally made up their mind. Are we now? Really? Are we growing the fuck up? It's like they missed the train and they missed the next 2 years train, and now they're like, oh yeah, the train, I could take the train. Okay. It's at their time and their will, whenever they decide to come out at you and put their emotional imprint or whatever the fuck energetic imprint that they have towards you. There's a weird sort of pride attached to them, like, now Scorpio seems to do okay, so let me just approach them. Now they're over the ending, they're over the hurt, and they're over the drama. So now they might be ready to talk to me. So let me just, it's like they see you as the queen, but they're putting out a page to you, which is so, I'm sorry, but that's disrespectful to me. I'm sorry, but that's my point. That's my point of view, not yours. Again, you are entitled to your choices. I'm just here putting out the obvious. So it might be years down the line. You might be here and they might come down a year or 2 years from now, but it's going to take some time for them to arrive at your door. It's like you have worked all the way up to heal yourself and to rebuild yourself, and you're doing good. And just when you're doing good and you are well tempered and well balanced in your life, and you can say that with conviction that I'm balanced, that's when they pop up. So there you go, just putting it out there. 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, Devil, 7 of Wands. Yeah, you recognize the bullshit and you're like, block. Can I make this shit up? Can I make this shit up? I told you, I'm good at this. I hate being good at this, but I'm good at this. Just putting it out there. You recognize the patternized sort of connectivity. It instigates that old fears in you of emotional abandonment. Like you feel like balancing up with this, or showing this balance in the 3D world would be folly, because you fear that they might emotionally abandon you again, and this could end up in the same way again. So you are like, I've tried this with you. I've tried to give my all with you. And do you know how hard it is for Scorpio to not give second chances to people they loved? You have to really burn them badly for them to be completely like, block. You're not it. For having somebody, like, for you to have a bad taste in your mouth with regards to somebody, even after healing, sorry, it doesn't go away. You still see them as a bad job. Do you know how hard it is to push you to that edge, to see nothing good in somebody you once loved, that you once fought for so badly? You're like, I see this as a pattern. I see this as my anti-growth, that you will take me back to places that I don't want to, that I fought my way to come out of. I'm sorry, but you are a pattern that I don't want to repeat. You are a toxic connection that I don't want to repeat. You represent the parts in me that was dying to have love, and that was willing to even compromise myself, my own state of well-being, in order to acquire this. You represent the bad side of me, the dark sides of me that I don't want to allow to take control over me. That's it. The Ten of Swords, the Page of Swords, the Knight of Cups. You're moving forward, even if it's slow. Don't get me wrong, you're not looking back at the ending. You're looking back at the ending for recognition of this has ended and this is supposed to stay ended. And now I understand why it was supposed to stay ended, and you're moving on. For the obstacle part, well, you're like, I don't want to open up. I can't see myself opening up to this. Like, I'm willing to entertain the thought, but I don't feel like I should open up though. It's a bad job. To your credit, you have thought about this over and over again. You've given a lot of good thought to this ending that you did in the past, and you realize the reasons why it had to end, and you understand now that your heart is not served well in that place. It does not require you to open up the old wounds and, solve the problems of the past to renew things with somebody else in the past that you ended. It's like it would be a bad job. Yes, you probably stopped for a while and thought about it, entertained that thought, like, should I? But you were like, no, my energy has moved on from it. My energy, my heart, and my practical self is long moved on. Like, for a second, you just stop and you look back at this person, at this connection, and you're like, I'm way past that point, man. It's too little, too late. I've moved on. My heart is pointing outwards to different directions, but not this. I don't want to look back. They see you as the Empress now, huh? Don't they? I'm sure. They were unsure about your Empress status back then. So now you're doing good. They see you as thriving, and now they want to come back. Like, I don't know how to get this Scorpio in my life. I don't know how to bring them into my life. Like, I'm trying. I want to try. What will be the best course of action to convince them to, consider me as an option? Like, I'm biting my tongue and I'm just being like, when, why, how? Okay, excuse me. So they're kind of like, I have the strength now. I understand that the Scorpio is an Empress and they are my connection. I see them as the bee's knees, and my connection. It's the one for me. I'm sorry I couldn't see it back then, but now I see it. Well, then it's your problem. It's not the Scorpio's problem now, is it? You might have some Libra in your chart. Not the point connecting with a Libra or Taurus. I don't know. Capricorn as well. It's here. Cancer is here. And what else? Scorpio is here as well. And strong Leo energy. So the audacity on this person to feel like after all this time and years, the audacity of them to confront you again and to cross your path, to dare to even talk to you, it's commendable. Basically, they are confused as to why you won't work with them. They are confused as to why and how. Like, the Two of Pentacles is mostly like, how do I bring balance to the situation? How do I connect with this Scorpio? How do I emotionally harmonize with the Scorpio? How do I share love between me and Scorpio? Like, how do I make it possible for Scorpio to feel safe enough to share their love with me? They are, in my eyes, they are the ideal mate for me. If I write down 10 things for myself about the ideal person in my life and who I want to marry and who's the ultimate bachelor or bachelorette, in my eyes, Scorpio is the one. Scorpio is the name of the game. It's a bit too late, tad bit late to realize that. Should I manifest this? Should I offer them my heart? Is it too late? Have they moved on? I don't know. I can't see it. Like, they look so balanced. The Scorpio looks so balanced. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's too late to offer them something. I'm scared. Like, they have a lot of pride attached to them as well. So that's why they're approaching you softly with a message here. And they're trying to do a temperature check before they give you the ultimate offer, because they are like, I don't want to make a fool of myself. Really? Do you remember how you fooled Scorpio by making them fight for your love? And while you were always intending to keep them as an option, keep them in your back pocket. The tables really have turned now, is it? I'm sorry, I'm being very sassy today. I was sassy in Libra's reading as well. I mean, I'm in yours as well. So there you go. The Four of Pentacles, the Sun. Yeah, you're like, whoever you are, they're like, I'm going to avoid that sun. Momentarily, whenever they give you attention, yes, it does feel good. You feel justified. You feel like, I've been validated. Like, yes, they felt the same way. That's why they're back. Nah. Okay. Because they didn't give you enough reasons. You had to make your own conclusions. You had to move on from them. And they never filled in the blanks for you. And you had to fill in those blanks for yourself. They never gave you answers. They kept playing you. And you're like, yes, it feels justifying in the moment when they approach me, and when they are now, the tables are turning and they are the one to approach me. It feels good in the moment. It feels warm. But then you immediately go into like, but it's not going to last further, right? It's a false sun. It's a false happiness sort of situation. Now I realize it. So that is reflective of your healing here that you've been doing for years now. I feel like at least 1 year and a long amount of months. It's not months I'm looking at. I feel like it's years, to say the least. You've done a really great job of understanding and reconsolidating yourself to what really matters and what should matter in your life. So basically, your self-worth really did take hit. Didn't they? They really touched a nerve there quite deeply. That's why you're taking so much strong lessons in this, and you recognize it for what it is. Like, it's a false sun. It's a momentary sun. It's not going to fulfill a long-term thing. Like, it's going to feel in the moment while I connect to you, but it's not going to last long, is it? You might be good for a laugh, but not a lifetime, honey, right? It's kind of like that. You're telling me that, honey, this connection might be, to say the least, be good for a lesson and a laugh. That's it. A lesson and a laugh. That's what you are good for. End of discussion. And you're like, no, I'm consulting myself with my stability. Thank you very much. I am quite fulfilled in my own way. I don't need you. I don't need your efforts. I don't need your false sun, momentary sun that is in here. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're not offering you anything short term, but for you to cause so much distrust, for them to cause so much distrust in you, tells me that they really played you for a very brief amount of time, for a very long amount of time, I'm sorry, to cause you this much distrust for them, to cause you so much distrust in them. And for Scorpios, if you don't trust anybody, you can never, ever let them ever get close to your heart space or your world. You will not let them touch you. That's the Scorpionic process. I'm sorry, why am I doing this? Wait. Yeah, they were stressing about you as well. Look at this. They're stressing about it. They have been for a very long time, looking at you doing well for yourself. They're stressing about that quite a bit. They've got a bit of certain amount of confidence, like you would definitely reply to them. Like, I remember that Scorpio was crazy behind me. I guess it's not too late to approach them again. They might still be in love with me, for the sake of old connectivity, they might. So probably, they remained passive, and that things were going a lot under the surface kind of way, nothing was being spoken of, but you were involuntarily, even if it was not asked, you were fighting for this person. Believe it or not. I'm sorry, I just started to feel heavy energy. So basically, you were in a whirlwind and you did not know what was going on. And you could not point your finger as how the F you got into that, how the F you got yourself into that competitive zone, and how long has passed. Like, seriously. The Emperor, the Seven of Swords, yeah, it's the same person that's thinking about, oh, now they're thinking, isn't it? They're thinking about that, about why you, they made you fight for their attention, and now they're thinking about that. The same thing that you have consolidated yourself towards, they are now thinking, oh, I probably made that Scorpio fight, and that's why they're angry with me. Now I see it. Still trying to avoid talking about it, though. Okay, I hear them. Quite big of them to accept their fault, really. When I tell you this thing was unknown to you and it stayed that way, you had to figure it out. Like, the universe was like, Scorpio, you have to figure this out for yourself. You're not going to get any sort of conversation from them or input from us as well. You have to figure this out on your own. Is this for you? Is this the right connection for you? Should you keep fighting for this? Is something better is going to come of it? Is it going to justify itself? You have to figure this one out on yourself. They knew that they were making you fight for this connection. You were showing up for this connection. Don't get me wrong, you're a very passionate being, so you stood up right for this person. You saw them as an emperor, but they tried to stay quiet about how they were trying to make you fight for them. How they were playing with your energy, how they spoke nothing of significance and gave you something but nothing, right? Peanuts in order to keep you going for months. And it's like, whenever you stop giving them something, they look back on you and gave you threw a bit of peanuts again. And it's like, now dance again for me, right? Entertain me again. They fed off on your energy. They fed on your energy and love and attention. The Four of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups. Yeah, you're building a life for yourself, getting over that disappointment as we speak. And it's not your problem now, is it? It's not your problem. You're getting over it. So go on, live your life. Okay? Go on and live your life. Do your own thing. Keep on doing your own thing. You are good to go. You have your shit together. You are You have understood yourself, basically. It took you time, but you got there, honey. Yeah, healing actively your own sense of disappointments as we speak. So move on, do your thing. That's all I have for you, Scorpios. I hope this helped, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.